on a wall, and I put on like the wall right over there, and I put my arm against it, and I turned too far, I guess, and I felt the muscle in my back roll over another muscle. And I was like, oh, this is not going to be good. So that's my back hurting story that you are now experiencing.
But mine was squatting, and it was God. And I went like I was doing the weight I've been doing. I went up a little bit. Then I did that for 2 sets or one, whatever. And then like, all right, I'm going to do a 4th set, go a little bit down, try and get the depth, whatever, a better depth. And then I get down, I think it was the first rep, and then I just feel, oh no, and I start tightening up, but it's just my right side. I've got lower back pain before, and I've been able to kind of get through it, power through it, but it's just my right side. Yeah. So I'm thinking worst case scenario, like is it appendix? Because I know people who've gotten like appendix issues in the past or whatever, some bullshit. I don't know. I'm freaking out.
It's all bullshit, yeah. Backs are bullshit.
Well, I don't. And then someone tells me, "Oh, could be a kidney stone." I'm like, "Oh, I mean, like that sucks. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like appendicitis or something would be."
Yeah. Well, they're both the same pain. I've heard the appendicitis and kidney stone are both like excruciating. But
you feel pain in the groin region.
Yeah, I think it's just like pain. Like, okay, so I think because you were doing something. No. I think you're okay because it wasn't just out of nowhere.
You're right. Like, yeah, I think it's my oblique. Is because I was checking the anatomy and everything because I used to be a trainer. I used to do that stuff, and I kind of have some idea. But
right, yeah, that's what I would say. If I were to diagnose you, it sounds like you're oblique.
Thank you, Dr. Lucy. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, but we have something that could help me with this going forward now.
We sure do.
So, you want to tell everybody?
Yeah. So we now on Furloughed Friends have our sponsor. Our first sponsor and our only sponsor, it is Recess, a CBD drink. It is a sparkling water. It doesn't have, it's not marijuana. It's a hemp extract, and it's incredible. I started drinking this maybe a month or 2 ago, and it has dramatically brought my anxiety down from a 3,000 to like a 0, pretty much. So I will drink this. I'll have like 2 a day, and one sometimes in the morning, at night. It's just like remarkable difference, complete difference. I get tightness in my chest with anxiety. I drink this, gone.
Really?
Like right now, I'm just chilling. Like I've had half of this one. This is the coconut lime flavor. They have great flavors too. Coconut lime, pomegranate hibiscus. They have black cherry, blackberry chai, peach ginger, and I think I said black cherry. Yeah, and this one, and they have merchandise, and it's just amazing. And it's sparkling water. I have never been a huge fan of sparkling water, but this one has tiny bubbles. It's like smooth kind of sparkling water. It's not like polar seltzer or anything. It's like just smooth and nice, and it tastes so good. The coconut lime is my favorite. Sorry, there's lipstick on.
I'm more jealous that you've just been relaxing this whole time. This is my 3rd show of the night.
Right. Well, no, here's the thing. No matter if you drink this, no matter what you're doing, you feel like you're relaxing.
Really?
That's the beauty of it. I've done errands running errands drinking this. I have done just in the car. I've done tons of stuff, stressful things that have happened. So last time when I was talking about how I want to jump off a bridge and just all my organs explode and die.
Right.
I would be a lot closer to that if I didn't have this, quite honestly. This it is remarkable.
Okay.
And it brings it down.
It's a lot different than alcohol, right? And like doesn't affect you in that way.
Completely different. So with alcohol, it's different because your mind is gone pretty much. This is just calm. Like you don't feel drunk because you're not. There's no alcohol in it. So you're calm. Like your mind is clearer actually because you're not. My brain's all over the place. You drink this, it's just settled. You're like, okay, you can focus. Okay. It is remarkable. I'll say that a million times. The word remarkable describes it.
Well, you can keep saying it's remarkable too because now they are the official sponsor of Furloughed Friends. So I'm going to be giving this stuff a try. I have not tried it yet. Lucy told me about it a while back before we ended up reaching out to him. But
so if you drink this with your back, I don't know about the pain part of it, but it will calm your anxiety about your back hurting and the fact that you think, do I have a hernia? Do I have an appendix? Do I have kidney stones? Your mind will be all over the place. Doing this, you're like, okay, things are okay.
Okay.
You feel it too. You're like, oh, but not too much. It's not a high. It's not it's not like you're drunk or high or anything like that. It's just calm. Like it's you, but calm.
Got it. Like
which is weird for me.
Okay. Well, that's
At first I was like, what is this? But and there are things that like I don't even know what, but things like during this time, like I'm at the store and they don't have something in stock. I'm like, it's okay. Totally fine. It just, you feel just better. You feel just like calmer.
Okay.
Like
well,
unnecessary stress gone.
And as you guys can see now at the ticker at the bottom, use promo code Lucy to get 15% off the drinks, apparel, and subscriptions that they have over there at Reese's. I keep thinking Reese's, but that's just because I'm always thinking of candy.
Well, it is Halloween season. The other thing, so I have a subscription to this on the website. You can subscribe to get 12 cans every 2 weeks. You can pick how often you want it. It's like every month, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, anything you want. So, and that's the subscription is 12 cans, but you can also get it in a sample pack of 6 cans, which is a great way to start it. Or you can get 8 cans of one flavor, and the sample pack is good to try to start it. But also the subscription, you save money on that too. So if you use the code Lucy, you get 15% off the subscription, plus you're saving money with that because the subscription is cheaper than buying it by the case.
Oh, look at that.
So there you go. Yeah,
so there's your benefit, Andy Hart, because I know on Twitter he was asking if the sponsorship helps him. That's how it helps you. See, there you go. You're welcome. Right. One last thing regarding all this before we move on to the newsy stuff, because I know we're both itching to talk about that Patriots stuff. We got to figure out the banner, because as you guys can see now, the StreamYard logo is gone. We can now use different stuff because we have a sponsor. This is option number 1. Okay. Option number 2, 3, 4. Now these next few are pretty similar than this. I think this one's going to be easy to figure out. I think this one is my pick.
I like that one.
I know you like this one too.
That one's a little bit big now. Now that I saw it smaller.
Okay, so we're going to go with this.
Yes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yes.
All right. Cool. Works out well. That didn't take long.
No stress.
No stress whatsoever.
Cool. Yeah.
Can't say the same in Tampa Bay though right now. I don't know if Brady could use one of these.
I don't know. No. Actually, I don't know. Is this TB12 approved? No, you know what? It is Rob Gronkowski, Perry Antelman approved. I could not be more excited about this because Perry Antelman, big CBD guy, obviously. That's what this is, hemp extract. So
okay,
because that's the misconception. Hemp and CBD are not marijuana at all. There's nothing in that has to do. Like I have never smoked pot in my life. Was never interested in doing that.
Okay.
So I, for the longest time, have thought CBD is similar. Not at all.
Okay.
It's different. It doesn't. You're not high. Like I'm not high. Like no tightness in my chest. It's amazing.
Clearly.
Anyway.
Yes. Anyways, you are on fire on Twitter though with all the Brady stuff and areas.
Rob Gronkowski approved, also a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, but you wouldn't know it by this game because where was Gronk? Not even really mentioned on the broadcast was another thing. So I feel like this game was a lot of buildup by Brady himself and all the social media hype and all this stuff, like the Tommy and Gronky and all this like fun stuff. Like we're the Buccaneers and it's going to be fun. It's going to be a really fun season because Brady and Gronk are reunited. They're best friends. And that game stunk. And it was not fun. Brady saying he's at summer camp and dear mom and dad, I'm having a great time. Please come visit me in Florida. Okay, come pick him up at summer camp was the face Brady was making on the bench. Because he looked, you could hear it in his head. I wish I didn't leave New England because losing is something he hates. And when it comes down to the fact that he is now losing, it's not fun anymore, no matter where he is. And he's like, and that's why also the touchdown that he scored himself, he did that. That was right at Cam and the Patriots directly. That's why you could see the adrenaline because he wanted to do that. You could see that in his face and everything he was doing. But then on the bench, you could see because the Patriots won that day, he was furious.
Okay. Well, first thing, if one loss is not gonna be the end all be all for him.
But
He'll use it as motivation.
Sure he will, and I think I don't know if he'll use what Bruce Arians said. I guess as motivation.
Well, that's a totally different thing.
I know
that's totally different. But just in general, one loss, he may be frustrated in that moment, but there's no way he's thinking I fucked up.
No. Because it wasn't his fault. this is what's driving me nuts. It's not Brady. It's the team. Okay, I don't know. No, it's the team around him.
The whole thing is weapons, Lucy. That's the whole thing.
The team around him is not blameless. And Arians went at him, just like doubled, tripled down on him. And it turned into, it seems like he just wants people to know he is going to criticize Brady like he'll criticize anybody else. Because he went too far with this. Like, it's just relentless against Brady. Like, that drives me nuts because Brady, to question, as Fourier tweets today, to question his determination and his grit is just ridiculous and idiotic. Because clearly, you look at his face when they lose. That's because he has the grit and determination. He's not the one who doesn't.
Yeah, when I saw the grit comment, I don't know what the heck Bruce Arians was
too
trying
far.
to see, and this is where some people say, "Oh, he's been hearing it from Belichick behind the scenes for years and years."
Different.
Okay, yeah, but it's behind the fucking scenes.
Correct.
It's not in the public eye where everybody's like, "Oh, is there tension now? Is this a problem?" Yeah, we were all still saying is there tension and problems beforehand, but it just has a much different feel. It's you're private, you're respecting each other in that regard, at least, where it's not airing of dirty laundry or whatever. But
right.
That did not sit well with me. But you know what? You going to Tampa, you're going to deal with a Florida guy. That's how it goes.
Well, Florida man. Well, he was all fun and games with it on Twitter where he said, "Oh, I'm used to it." But then you get this. I was not expecting an undressing like this.
No,
this is
not
different
like at all.
Belichick would never, ever talk about a player to the media like that.
Nope. Not at all.
I mean, but apparently Bruce Arians has talked about players like this in the past. And
still, this
is different. This is definitely pointed because he wants people to know I'm not afraid to criticize Tom Brady.
Right, but isn't Brady's whole thing, like, wasn't the whole theory, at least, that he kind of wanted to, like, he'd earned being treated differently in New England, right. And now he's going to go somewhere where he might be treated differently. And now, not only he's treated differently, but in the opposite manner, one would say.
Yeah, what I think is he thought this is kind of not his retirement, but this is like his fun time in his career where it's all, Gronk is with him and it's the Buccaneers and it's Florida and the weather's great and all this stuff, but it's not. It's still the NFL. And obviously he knows that and obviously he is prepared, but so this is also what was interesting to me is usually he shows up to games dressed like Cam did, like to the nines. Like you were like, what is Brady gonna wear?
Not like Cam.
Suits, not like Cam, but he's more like Cam than he did on Sunday or yesterday because he usually wears these suits. These, what trench coat was one of his worst looks, but he usually dresses a little bit sharper. He wore a TB12 T-shirt, the Molecule limited edition TB12 shirt in orange. Limited edition because molecules, I read all about this, are the building blocks, of course, of everything. But at TB12, it's very important because you build off of everything you do. He looked like he was just a weekend for him, or whatever. I don't know if he has weekends, but he looked like he was just hanging out. But I don't know that when I saw that, I was like, what is he trying to do by wearing just a T-shirt?
I don't know, but it's a different era for Tom Brady. And what's that commercial that I saw him in too, where it was
Doritos commercial?
I think so, with him. I don't know. It was weird when Gronk was in it too, right?
Yeah. So Glenn was talking about this today because he said he had to rewind it and see, is that really Tom in this commercial?
Yeah. Was it a Doritos commercial? Is that what it was?
I think it was. Yeah.
How the hell how are you going to go and be in a Doritos commercial when you're preaching TB12 method to everybody?
And he got to hang out with Gronk and do it. This is his fun time. But it's not fun now. This was the game he wanted. Because the Patriots won that day, and he saw definitely every play of that and everything Cam did and everything Belichick did, and he's thinking, Belichick is going to see this. They're all going to see it in New England, and that I lost today.
I get that they're now in a weird position where you can doubt the Patriots more than ever. And I was getting asked on Sunday before the game, from just family and whatever. Oh, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think they're going to do? Like how record wise. And I thought honestly, like they could go 8-8, they could win 10 games. I wouldn't predict 12 necessarily, but but my thing is with Garoppolo, they wanted he's a guy who's mobile. Clearly Belichick liked him and wanted to move forward with him. Well, I'm pretty sure Cam Newton has proven that he can be just as mobile as he ever friggin' was. I don't get Orlovsky continues to try and be the anti-Patriots post-Brady era where they just, it's not a fit. It's not going to work. There's no way. But at the same time, I know you got annoyed with First Take or Brady
Oh
and the
my
Buccaneers.
God. Okay. Also, that's your job. It is your job to create these, especially First Take. Is somebody replied to that? Was like, well, they would be going against their name if they didn't ask this question because it's the First Take, so you have to say things like this. So I mean, Stephen A. is a walking like hot take person that doesn't.
He's not the best Kellerman.
No, but that's
Or
why
Bayless, for that matter.
that's why they are great together. Or whatever. I don't know if they're great together, but what they are supposed to do, they do. So I think I was just like, they've played one game, but that's what you're thinking. That's why I was really mad after this game because you think the rest of the season's going to be like this. It looks hopeless. It looks like, how is Brady not going to be like this? Not that Brady's like this, but this team around him, that's even scarier. Because if it was Brady, you know that he would work harder and come back the next week with more grit and determination. But the players around him are the ones that have to work harder, and you can't trust them. We don't know them as well as we know Brady. So it's actually scarier that it's the other players that are the issue. Because it's not Brady's fault. It's not. Tom looks as good as ever. The first drive, are you kidding me? But I was kind of shocked at how weird it wasn't. Like at first, seeing Cam beginning of the Patriots game, not that weird. Like I thought it was going to be super weird, but it was a little bit off. But I was like, get used to this in 2 minutes. Right?
But the thing is, Lucy, it's this year is why it's not like something that small. I mean, something that would seem that big normally seems so small now because of all the other bullshit that we're seeing away from football. Like it just doesn't even come close. Like, it's like,
that's true. Plus, this all happened. I mean, it started in March with Brady. So,
and it's not Stidham that we're seeing, or a guy who maybe Stidham would have worked out or whatever. But it's not a guy who, it's not like you're getting Ryan Fitzpatrick out there, a guy who's completely a placeholder,
or
Hoyer, who's you can't even call him a placeholder really. He's like a backup, emergency backup.
Well, now he's the backup.
Right. So, but with Cam Newton, he's another guy you can easily get excited about. And I mean, like Scheim, right? Scheim absolutely freaking loves Cam Newton.
Right. He's only second to the Renaissance, I would say, for Scheim. But here's something.
How the hell is that bastard gonna go and pick Ryan Tannehill? Is the MVP this year that he picked him as or something?
Here's the other thing. He picked the Patriots. He took the over. Goddamn idiot, Scheim. Take the under every Patriots game this season. I took the under.
Oh, did you?
Yep. And now I'm rolling in it. So got my nice $5 is what I bet on that.
Well, Fitzy's not too late to hop on the Furloughed Friends train.
Well, I think Fitzy, yeah, exactly. No, Fitzy, now that Fitzy is taking shots, Fitzy's going to be in trouble because I'm not doing better than Scheim. But I did beat Scheim in one pick once.
Okay.
So thank you.
So there you go. So you're right.
Gets the worm or whatever he used to put. Like, oh, my dog is blah, blah, blah. And you're like, oh, that's actually kind of clever, Woody Page.
I think I had a important moment in watching The Office. For those who are new to the show, I've just started watching The Office for the first time. I'm now in season 4. And I've seen the episode where Michael was working 2 jobs and Jan is working no jobs. And they traded in their 2 cars for 1 car. And it's a Porsche.
What is a Porsche? Yep. What kind of Porsche?
I don't recall.
They don't say it, but it is a Porsche Boxster.
You said that as one of your trivia things, right?
No, I've done cars for a lot of them because my secret hobby is cars. I love cars.
Right.
But this is blue Porsche Boxster. Is that car?
Are you a fan of Cars the movie too?
I don't like talking cars. I just like the life. This is the other thing.
Talking cars. Okay.
I don't like those, and I don't like old cars as much. Just newer cars is my thing. That's my jam.
Okay.
It's like I don't like the really old ones from the 1900s. They're actually cool. Like the combustion engine is very interesting to me.
From the 1900s. We were born in the 1900s. Just don't forget that.
No, not the 1910s or 20s or 30s. But
I got
the 1900s or like the 1910s on until like the 80s. 80s cars I'm interested in as well. Anyway, like Seinfeld, full of 90s cars and 80s cars in the background.
Okay.
If you're interested. Okay, so what happened in The Office?
Well, it's just that I've said it. Michael is an idiot. I mean, I don't know who's going to argue with me on that. I don't think anybody has at this point. But to me, it's generally been insufferable. But now seeing him go and try and work 2 jobs when there's uncertainty in the company. There's, and they're going through it's like around 2008 at this point. So he's trying to do everything he can to be careful. Jan doesn't have a job, and I know she got fired, but it feels like it's been a while. I think it's been a while at this point, right?
Well, she said after she got fired, she will wear sweatpants and wait for him to come home at 5 o'clock every day. Her job is their relationship.
So it's absolutely brutal, and he's in this situation where I think that's every person's nightmare, where you get into a relationship with somebody and then you realize it doesn't work, but they are in such a shitty place, and if you leave them, like, what are they going to do? They have no chance at all at surviving.
Right.
So I feel for him right now, and his insanity is kind of getting more tolerable, I guess. But I'm sure when I see Scott's thoughts, I won't be able to handle that.
Yes, that. But Jan's insanity. She is going. I think about Jan from the first time you ever saw her.
Yeah.
To this episode.
Yeah, that's true too.
So when Michael broke up with her, that started her spiral. The boob job. Michael got back together with her because of the boob job, and then it might have been this episode, the money episode, where he goes to the train. Did you see that one?
I don't think so.
Runs away. Okay, so you'll see that one. Never mind. So she's wearing a similar outfit. So I thought she was wearing the blue Juicy Couture tracksuit in the. She
sucks, man.
Well, she does now.
See, now here's the thing. Pam is annoying. That whole thing I said on PCP that episode that was a joke. Like the whole Jim and Pam are refreshing. Like that was. I don't understand how that wasn't taken well. I have no idea that I said they were refreshing. But Pam at times I don't hate. Because when she is in with Jim on the pranks on Dwight, she usually does a pretty good job with it.
No, she's great. Like early Pam, fantastic. When she draws the picture of Dwight with the wanted poster with the
yes, that's outstanding.
The flasher, she put it up and Jim said that's pretty good or that's great.
But even there's even stuff with early Pam where it's relationship stuff that pisses me off. So I'm not saying like it's just that she's early on. I can see how she's annoying, but I can also see how people wouldn't notice it right away. You guys just all warned me that she sucks. But when she does the prank with the computer, when Dwight is trying to do the sales competition with the computer, I absolutely love that. That was
okay, good. Yes, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yes, I am and she comes up with great stuff too.
Yeah.
Right on the fly, because you never know what Dwight's going to say. Why don't you 011 111 while you were typing that?
Yeah. But and the thing is, like, there's clearly, it's clear as much as he's weird, they're friends with him. They just like to mess with him and whatever.
Well, Dwight is the best friend. He is loyal to everyone who is loyal to him or whatever. When he gets the concussion, she realizes that Dwight is her friend. And he is actually a very loyal person, and that's why I like Dwight and Angela.
Dwight's my absolute favorite, period. Okay, was the bankruptcy episode the one you were talking about before?
Yes, with the train. Yes, that's where he yells, "I declare bankruptcy." I don't know if you've seen that very popular meme. And then Oscar says, "You can't just declare bankruptcy by yelling, 'I declare bankruptcy.'" Oh no, you can't just say, "I declare bankruptcy." It's like, I didn't say it, I declared it. You can just say I'm bankrupt and expect. He said you can't just say you're bankrupt and expect something to happen. He's like, I didn't say it, I declared it.
Oh God!
He walks out of the office because you think about it, it's just so stupid. He goes, I declare bankruptcy. He thinks that's going to solve all his problems.
So stupid.
By yelling, I'm bankrupt. And one of my favorite parts of that is where Oscar is planning out his financials on a spreadsheet on Excel, and he's explaining the whole thing to Michael. And Michael, all he says is, "How did you get my name at the top of that spreadsheet?" And then Oscar's like, "Michael, it's a presentation tool." And Michael's like, "You're a presentation tool."
I thought of PowerPoint stuff. That was
PowerPoint.
Oh,
the one where he's like, okay, so it says 12 hours, so it should probably take about 5 minutes. I declare. That scene to me, as I'm recalling it, like as you describe it, is kind of like I think you should leave. And that when you watch it, it's funny, but if you're describing what he's doing, it's even funnier.
Yes, it's even funnier. Yes.
Walk out there and yell, "I declare bankruptcy," and everyone's sitting there watching. And he thinks that all his problems are gonna go. I didn't say it, I declared it. Oh my god, yeah. That's a great one.
But see, I almost get more enjoyment out of how much it makes you laugh. Like that's the other thing. Like Keith's the same thing with I think you should leave. Like the bones, the whole bones bit, right? The bones are their money.
I re-listened to the Dork Podcast episode of I Think You Should Leave because it's a great way to go back and revisit the show without rewatching the whole show. Because as we said, it's pretty much sometimes funnier to talk about the sketches than actually watch them. So if you're Keith and Davey absolutely losing it over these. Also ranking them, which like then you're like, well, I don't know if this one will go there, whatever. Because which one did Davey have really high? And I didn't particularly agree with that one, but I don't know. But the way the bones of their money one, I see that you go back and forth with those too because Chunky is the best because when you're describing what is actually happening, you just die.
The Chunky one's really good. The other one that I thought though was the gift episode. The when it's
okay.
The guy who plays Glenn from The Walking Dead, when he wants the receipt. He's like, yeah.
Eat the receipt.
Yeah.
I will eat the receipt to solve the problem.
Yeah.
That one and then the song from the Honk If You're Horny one, where he's singing at the gravesite, that gets stuck in my head all the time. That's legitimately a good song. The Friday night one. I sing that around here. Like I just like walk around. It's so good, that song.
What's more calming, that or
Friday night, both together? You can do both at the same. You can watch all these shows while you're drinking recess. Coconut lime flavor is my favorite. Great with any Office episode.
You are unbelievable.
I believe it.
Have I told you guys about recess?
I'm gonna do this every 5 minutes because I'm enjoying this can of recess right here.
Oh, honestly, like it's like a quick little aside with it. When Lucy and I started doing this show, it was like. We're furloughed. We like working at the station and everything.
Very stressful time.
Yeah, and it sucks. And we don't, we miss it. We care about our, what we're doing and obviously money and all that stuff as much as, the government took care of a lot of people at the beginning of things. It's just, it's to get this is pretty cool. It's exciting because we're just doing this on our own. No one else is helping us or guiding us or anything like that. It's just Lucy and I. And then, of course, obviously, we have a bunch of people that do the show with us that have been guests.
We have our wonderful guests.
Yeah.
Who have joined us along the way, who've been awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate all them. That's not, but we haven't had guidance or anybody backing us. Like, we were the ones that ended up getting recess. Lucy, worked them over big time. So
they're lovely people. So
yes.
it wasn't too difficult.
But it's just a little quick aside, just a slight moment of reflection and all this. But, there were a couple of the things besides the football stuff that I saw in the course of getting ready for tonight. I don't know what's weirder though. There's a sign of life on Venus. There's the potential of Biden and Trump having a 4-hour debate hosted by Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Which would be must-see television. And what was the other thing that I saw? Oh. Okay, this is from the Serum Institute of India says, I guess it's like the CEO of that company says an adequate coronavirus vaccine will not be available for everybody in the world to be immunized until the end of 2020. What number, Lucy? 2020 what?
9.
4. 9? God, what the hell's the matter with you?
The way things are going, I believe that. 2024, I think it'll be before that.
I hope so. Shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's got to be.
Well, they got. I mean, so but now it's like okay, everybody won't be immunized till then, maybe. But when are you gonna have it? You're gonna have it next year.
I still am of the belief that it will not go away, but it will. There will be because it has gone away in places. I don't know how to describe this without saying like it will.
It's not what it was at the beginning of the summer.
No, not at all. Like I'm not terrified to go outside anymore. I go outside all the time, but I have a system when I come back home still. And like I wash my hands, then I wipe down stuff, then I wash my hands again. Then all that stuff you still have to do, the mask, everything. But I'm not nearly as afraid as I was before. because now I think we have a better handle on it. Maybe not, but I don't know. I think we're just settled into this now.
Yeah.
Because there was that palpable panic at the beginning. That's obvious, but now it's not panic as much as it is when is this going to be over?
Right.
And I don't know if a vaccine is the thing that's going to be the end point. I think what's going to happen is there will just be none left. Like there are countries where it's just gone because everyone did a good job of social distancing and
we're not gonna but we're doing a good it's obviously not like back to normal, but we're seeing it in a lot of places. There was that one video that was going around like crazy that did you see that? I saw Mannix tweet it out, Brian Lewis from the New York Post tweeted out, and there were a few other people. Yeah, I'll find the video. We should watch this section. It was like a rally of people saying they want to get rid of the masks.
Oh my God, I saw this. So I don't
know where this was.
The woman near the end said that pedophiles like masks, and that's why she doesn't.
Oh my God! Yeah, that was the wildest part.
It's like it's fake. Like it's like a parody of people.
Yeah,
where they're saying no, and the kid who clearly has been given a script said that masks destroy our freedom or something like that.
Yeah,
like they can't breathe. Are you kidding me? I walk around everywhere on super humid days, mask, no problem.
Can you hear this? Can you hear that?
No.
Okay. Now, so this is where, as some people may have noticed, whoever watches the show frequently, I have different headphones on tonight. Another freaking pain in the ass thing with these headphones situation. But what?
You can't hear? Is that the problem?
I can hear it, but you can't hear it. So it's just whatever. It's this whole the video is ridiculous. So it's like Channel 4 News. I don't know where it is, but people are freaking out over wearing masks. I mean, I don't understand why this. Like, yeah, it sucks. I mean, if I go out and give like a baseball lesson, or if I'm out in the sun for a while, I have to pull it down sometimes. But just. Why is everybody freaking out about it? It's just a mask.
It's just
it makes a big difference. I can't blow out a candle with my mask that I have on, but I can breathe.
Exactly. I have gotten an eyelash on my finger, and I had my mask on, tried to blow it, make a wish and everything, couldn't blow it because of the mask. And I'm like, oh, stupid. Of course you're wearing a mask. That's how well these work. There are countless videos that show how much more effective a mask is at blowing out a lighter than like a cloth mask or like I am now at a point where I am so superstitious that if I wear a different mask than the medical mask, or God forbid don't wear a mask, I'm gonna freak out that I've got it. Like I'm just like, oh my God, so I have to wait.
Or you could then maybe drink some recess afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. It does. It's like, okay, things are okay. I do. Coconut lime. It's my favorite flavor. It does. It calms my mind. It's just a feeling of you can handle this.
Like the second I switch it over to recess, you like turn into Dwight with the and then he wants the Altoid. You're like,
yep, exactly, yep, with the sound every time you say something like drink I'm like, hello, here it is. Yes, I only have 3 cans left. My next subscription package has arrived at the post office in this state, but it has not arrived at my door yet. But it's almost here. So I have timed it out specifically.
Look, the mask stuff. This is the same thing we talked about with the mental health stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Why is it a one side versus the other issue? Like the mental health can't be that. It shouldn't be that. It's more about just some people don't understand it as much, and you're just trying to educate yourself. With this, it's a human issue.
Right. But there are very big conspiracy theorists out there, and there are people who just don't believe it's true. People don't believe that mental health exists. Like they think that people are faking it or something. Right. And people don't believe that masks help, and they believe that their freedom is being infringed upon and unnecessarily. So
then there are other people like Michael Porter Jr., right? You saw that when that popped up, right? A little while back. He thought it was like a conspiracy for population control.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, there's everything now. It's conspiracy. Or I think it was in Bangladesh. They have, this is not funny, but it's clever. They have anti-maskers there dig graves for the COVID-19 people who died from it, so they know it's real. Like the people who are anti-mask, I don't know. You know what is this?
How do you get them to do that though?
Now that I'm saying this, I saw this headline, but was it a fake headline?
Yeah, because how do you get them to do that? This doesn't make any sense. I hate when that happens.
Right. Now that I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, once you say it out loud, then it's like, hold on. Wait a second. That sounded a lot better in my head. Yeah, this sounds like an Onion headline if I ever heard one.
This is news. It might not even have been was it there? No, no, I think it was real. Now that I say this,
you think it? Well, now you sure? You sure, Lucy? Because to me, it doesn't make any sense. How do you get people who are anti-mask to? How do you force them to go and dig graves like that? I said it's another country.
Yeah. New York Post. Anti-maskers forced to dig graves for COVID-19 victims. Oh, Indonesia. Okay. So, sorry, I got that wrong. Yeah. Local authorities ordered 8 people who broke the country's face mask laws to dig graves for COVID-19 victims, according to a report.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at Indonesia because every time I hear that Indonesia brought up, I always think of Ricky Bobby when one of his sons says the first race with when Jean Girard is there, and obviously Ricky Bobby like flips over. One of his sons yells at his dad's driver, "Come on, Daddy, send that weird man back to Indonesia." And
that was Borat. Yes.
Oh, yes. Can't wait for Borat 2.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I love that movie. There are times when I just sit down.
I'm being sarcastic. You're looking forward to this?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I can't get enough Borat.
You think it's gonna be good?
No, but this Adam Sandler QB Halloween movie isn't gonna be good either. But I love Adam Sandler.
QB?
Wait, how do you say it?
No. I didn't know it was. Yeah, I think you're right.
Okay. This movie that's coming out on Netflix, this new Adam Sandler movie, QB Halloween. I'm so excited for this because it's Adam Sandler. Or it might be Recess, which makes you excited about things.
Maybe
it makes me excited about life.
Now you're bringing up another point of frustration for me. With all these streaming networks, right? We have Amazon Prime, we have QB, we have Apple TV, Netflix, Disney Plus, Peacock is coming.
Yeah.
HBO Max, which HBO like in Stars and stuff that's they've always been there. But I feel like I'm missing a couple things. There's got to be a few.
You're missing a ton because I just signed up for one to do a free trial called Shudder, which is horror movies. And then there's Vudu, and then there's
Vudu is okay, fine. Anyways, the point is there's so much of this stuff, and now we're getting more.
Yeah.
And honest to God, I don't get anybody who buys the Apple TV now because now they're trying to make a push. No, I'm sorry. Screw you. You were too late to this shit. Get out of my friggin' face. I don't want any exclusives. If you want to carry, you already have all the stuff that I can rent. Just that's fine. But why are they doing this shit? And people who get pissed off at the YouTube stuff and like, if I want this, I would have just stayed with cable. How the fuck did you not see this coming? Like you're an idiot if you didn't think it was going to go up. I mean, I looked at it as, it's a time to really, cash in, save some money, but it's just going to end up being the same shit. And then maybe somebody else will try something new. I don't know. But now all this other crap, I'm sorry. Like I got Amazon Prime because of other benefits to it. They had The Boys, which I was really interested in watching. They have Vikings, which I do want to see. And Matt, my buddy on 5 Out, he's talking to me about Carnival, whatever it is.
Okay.
Fine. But I know Amazon Prime has a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to get all this stuff. And everybody else who feels the need to get all this shit, seriously, like, you're going to miss out on some stuff. It's just the fucking way it goes. It's bullshit.
It is. And that's why I think it's going to come to a head with people when people start realizing how much stuff they have to get to watch all the things they want to watch. Like NBC, like everything that's leaving Netflix, like The Office at the end of this year and going to NBC. Like I'm going to get the NBC thing. But that might be it. Like, I don't know what else it's going to be. Also, here's my other thing with this, as I'm now watching more horror movies leading up to October. The things with streaming services is that you pay for the service, like Amazon Prime, but then they have movies that are not free. So I don't get this. I think with, say, Amazon Prime, when you can buy movies, sure, but I say if you rent them, they should be free because you're paying for the service itself. You
get it for 48 hours. What the hell is that bullshit?
Right, exactly. So if you rent it, it should be free. If you already pay for the service. I mean, I think all the movies should be free anyway, but
what's the point of the service? That's why, honestly, that's why Netflix is still being able to survive all this. They give us new stuff, and it's everything that's there. You get it. That's it. That's the way it is. Like, yeah, they like Lucifer is a show that I watch. Davey watches it too, and they released the first 8 episodes of the new season. I think it's season 5, and they're waiting to release the next 8 episodes. That's fine. That's not a big deal. But this other stuff that Amazon Prime pulls, I got no time for that shit. And then Disney Plus. How about Disney Plus? Okay.
I have Disney Plus.
So okay, right. So you probably know. Do you know the whole thing about Mulan?
I got the notifications about it, but I haven't. I've never been into Mulan, so I don't know.
All right. So what's your favorite Disney princess movie?
Ooh, Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid.
Okay. So all right. So let's go Little Mermaid since they haven't made a live.
Snow White or so many.
Let's just go just for the sake of this. We'll go Little Mermaid because there hasn't been a live remake of that in any capacity, right?
Thank God, yes.
So there'll probably be one eventually. Come on, let's be real.
Oh.
Let's say they make one. You really like Ariel and all this shit, but we're still in the middle of the pandemic, God forbid, and they say we can't have it come out in theaters like we wanted to. We're going to give it the Mulan treatment, and we're going to put it on Disney Plus right away.
Right.
How much are you willing to pay? Like, what's the max you will pay to watch that?
0. I just wouldn't. I would wait because it's going to be free at some point, or the price is going to go down at some point. If I wouldn't, that's tough because I wouldn't watch a live remake of a Disney movie if I had to pay for it.
Okay.
In general, except I did go to the theater to see the Beauty and the Beast one.
Theater's different. It's an experience and all that crap.
It was incredible. Oh my God, that was the best. Actually, maybe the best theater experience I've ever had because it was IMAX. Beauty and the Beast, perfect.
I saw Tenet. By the way, I don't think I told you this. I went to see Tenet not last weekend, the weekend before. I've been to theaters. So this was the first weekend of the last 3 weekends that I hadn't gone to see a movie.
Okay.
But Tenet was outstanding. Have to see that in theaters. If you guys are all willing to go outside, go see Tenet.
How do you feel in the theater?
Oh, it's fine. I mean, it's just weird because there's just not a lot of people in there. The place I go to in Fall River, they really limit their seating. So
good.
But what was I gonna say? So Mulan, $30.
That's what I heard. No way.
What?
Who is buying that? Who is buying that?
It's got to be parents who have kids. Like I gotta find a new way to entertain them.
You know what? If that was what it was, I would spend $30 for that. Just for $30 for entertainment for an hour and a half, 100% I'd do that.
Okay, I don't know.
If they wanted to watch it, they're screaming that they wanted to watch it. Absolutely.
Well, if they're screaming that they want to watch it, fine. But what kids are screaming to watch that one? I'd say, you know what? Why don't you watch one of the other ones? Because we have all of them here.
That doesn't work. No. Because I remember when I was this age and I didn't care how many Disney movies we had on VHS. I always wanted the ones that my friend had at her house. No matter what, you already saw those. You want to see what the new one is. It's new on Disney Plus. These kids see every notification from all of these apps. They see Disney Plus Mulan is out. They think, I want to watch this. They don't care what it is. They don't know what it is. They want to watch it. And so the parents have to buy it so that they can shut their kids up for an hour and a half while they can do something else, especially if they're at home doing school.
Your kids are going to walk all over you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they're going to be able to do anything. They're going to be able to do anything because I'm going to want to do it too. Like, let's get ice cream. Yes, let's go. Let's get a puppy. Yes, let's do it. It's going to be a nightmare.
Oh my God!
Let's go to the zoo. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm fully prepared to be the tough parent if I have to. I will tell my kids.
I couldn't do it. I could never. Oh, I couldn't do it because then they cry, and then you're like, "But was I wrong?"
Big old eyes.
It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful.
See, my brother was a cute kid, and he was my younger brother was a cute kid, and he was always really tiny. So I've dealt with smaller children and know how to be a dink when I have to. So I will do that. I have no problem being the tough parent.
With my brother, it was different. I was a dink to him.
Yeah, but he's your older brother. I'm saying I've experienced.
He's my younger brother.
Why did this whole time I think he's your older brother? Or
2.5 years younger. Yeah.
They have to brain fart.
Because he seems like he's older.
Yeah, because
he's like mature. He's like established. He's a teacher. Yeah.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
He's which is still weird, but because he like commands a classroom.
Okay.
Odd to me, but yeah.
But in all this weird shit, I mean, like the Trump thing and whatever, but we saw earlier in the pandemic where there was like a confirmation of unidentified flying object, which that can technically it could be anything. It's something flying into the airspace, like U.S. airspace or whatever, and they don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. But now that got very little play on Twitter. But now there's the whole thing about life on Venus. Apparently, they found like certain things that prove that there could be life there, which I mean, cool, I guess. I don't know. It's not even. It's. I'm surprised it's got a little play. Honestly.
Yeah, I think people are just not interested in space right now. Like they're worried about this planet first, but I am so into space. I love it. Like I'm not surprised by this, because I think other planets definitely have life, and I think probably I don't know what it was they found. I didn't read it, but it might have been water, right? Because that's usually when they find water on another planet, that means life most likely exists.
I don't know if it was water, but I saw it and I was like, wow, and it's trending. Okay, great, but is anybody caring then? It's like, oh no, some people kind of care a little bit, but I was like, how do you not care? It's like nobody's gonna care until the aliens are freaking right in front of us. And as I'm thinking about it, it's like,
well, nobody's gonna care until it affects them. So it's not, it's not even this planet. So it's what did Bruce Arians say today? That's what people care about. So, and whatever else is going on in like the pop culture world as a whole. Like, Pluto, like, I mean, Venus, great. But, until it is on its way here and people can quote tweet it and be like, thank God, when's the meteor arriving? Can it get here today? I mean, I do that because I'm like, please. But yeah, no, until it's at that point, I think people are just gonna be like, great.
I kind of understand it. At first I was like, how the fuck does nobody give a shit? It's freaking Venus. We never thought you could have life on Venus. And
Venus is not one of the hot planets, though. It's not one of the top.
No, but it's very gassy, isn't it? No.
I mean, it's not one of the most popular. It's like Mars. If you find like legitimate life on Mars, okay, we're talking.
Well, because it's the closest one to us, and it's a step away from the sun, so it would make most sense. If we have life here, you could probably have life on Mars. Venus is too close, we would think.
Oh, true. That's true. Mars, I definitely think there's life there because they found water.
Yeah, there definitely was at some point. Like I'm not a science guy, but I did pay attention a little bit.
Right, exactly. Water means life. That's because it can sustain life and it has the sun and all that. But who knows what kind of life it is? Do they photosynthesize? Do they even need the sun? All that stuff. Is what scientists have to think about, I would assume. When
I see the Venus photosynthesize, we're talking about just okay. Anyways, when I see the Venus one though, I was a little surprised just because I think Venus and Jupiter, they're both like, I don't know if they're the same, like where it's just all gas. I don't know. It's like we're dealing with a Cloud City situation, which you don't get that reference at all because you never watched Star Wars.
I don't watch. Or any of those. I can't even come up with a fake science fiction name for something. That's how much I don't know any of them. Like
good stuff.
Yeah, Laser Friends or something. One of those shows. That's what I think of. No, I can't remember from the. Yeah, exactly. Third grade project I did of the solar system made out of styrofoam balls. Which planets are? I don't even know. Because there was an acronym.
You know what I meant to ask you? Sorry, just totally random. Popped in my head. Did you see Keith's new sword video? Oh,
the fish. Oh yes. My goodness. We should probably end with this. Yes.
I need to know how you felt about the execution on this one. Give me a moment.
Okay, because we could break this down into different parts. Into the throw is tremendous, so we could just say that flat out.
Of course.
But as it always is, I don't even know how to start this, but the fact that the fish guts are just everywhere. Okay, of course, what do you think is going to happen? But also that the fish gave its life for this, and when the fish was caught, thinking this is what it's going to be used for, I think that's pretty special. I
think it was already dead. It doesn't care. It's fine.
No, when it was caught, like this is ultimately going to be its fate. Is the sword video?
Oh yes. It's definitely a good way to go.
Yeah.
All right. So great toss from the missus. No
fantastic
question about
toss. Love it. You know how hard it is to toss a fish?
Do you have experience?
No, but it's slippery. Like how hard that must be. I think that's pretty impressive.
Okay, so I'd like to first start out before we get to contact on this.
The stance.
The stance is actually a great call. Why don't you go ahead with the stance? Because I wasn't even looking at that. I was looking. So we got close to Tony Batista action. Very open.
Okay. Yep.
How do you feel about the hand position? I feel like it's a little too far away from
I can't see it because my glasses aren't on.
Oh, Jesus, Lucy.
At this moment. So
go ahead and get closer to the screen. You're fine.
I think. Let me see. I think it's okay. Glasses. I do. Oh,
what the hell are you doing? Just put them
on. Okay. I mean, his hands could choke up on it a little, I guess.
I don't know. Okay.
I think it's fine. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with a critique.
Okay, his stance is open, fine, whatever. But my problem is, look at where he gets up here, like he's getting ready to chop wood.
Yeah.
But it's been tossed up high.
He's waiting for it to come down.
He's waiting, but I'm sorry, this is like a softball. This is where I expect you to come in with your expertise. You were
softball usually isn't that high.
But you're coming when you're hitting a softball. Do you try and hit down or do you try and hit up?
Up.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know what, but it's in the same direction, Lucy.
But he's not swinging. He's
look. I know you're terrified of Keith. He'll live if you criticize him a little bit.
I have nothing to criticize. He cut it in half. He obviously did this right.
He did not do this right. I think he was.
Well, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Okay.
I don't see any problem with this. If you're wielding a sword, perfect. I don't see what the problem with that part of it is.
He's chopping it like it's wood.
What did he do with the other fruits?
Did he cut that right in half, though?
Yes.
Okay, I'll give him that.
The other fruit, he did the same thing. Right
I didn't know.
Look at that. This is what I'm saying. Right in half. So he's doing it right.
Okay, but here's my question. What do you like? That's all on the toss.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's 1,000% because of the toss. Because I don't like because that look you got that swing. It's going to happen sometimes. But like this motion, I don't know what you're trying to do here.
That's a sword. Isn't that how you wield a sword?
You're all of a sudden a sword
into a sheath or something. Well, that's how you.
No, a sheath is where you have this. Is what you have by your side, or
right. That's what you keep it in. I have watched plenty of Pirates of the Caribbean. It's the only reason I have Disney Plus in the first place. That's how you sword fight, or do whatever. You chop down on it. That's how you chop people in half. That's the point of being a pirate.
You can come from here too. You don't.
Sure,
but he's not like this. And guess what? You never watched Star Wars, so you wouldn't get this. But Gandalf.
Gandalf, yeah. Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White?
Qui-Gon, Liam Neeson's character in the first Star Wars movie, spoiler alert, he dies because he has his hands up. Boom! Gets his lightsaber right to the gut. Courtesy of Darth Maul.
Different situation that Keith is in right now.
You're talking about sword fighting in Pirates of the Caribbean. I think you've made it all relevant at this point.
Yeah, but the way he does it is the way they do it there. So clearly experts wield their swords this way. So that's my argument for why this is correct. I think Keith was right. He did it right. I don't get why that part of it. The stance could use work, I would say, is my critique. But I think the sword part of it, no problem. That's what he did in every video, right?
No, he cut somewhere. He cut through the middle.
That way?
Yeah.
With a fish, it's different though because there's no. It's you can't go up and I don't know.
Yeah,
we cut it in half. It's fine.
Look, in the end, it was impressive. I will give him that. Like where the end result was impressive, but how he got there, it wasn't pretty. It's kind of like the Patriots.
True.
To bring this full circle.
True. Exactly. Opposite of the Bucs. But I'm still gonna wear my Bucs shirt all the time. Gonna get a Bucs winter hat. Prepare for the rest of the season, and it is up from here. Also, thank you to Recess, our new sponsor. So you'll be hearing a lot more from us about Recess. Use the code, do it tonight. Use the code Lucy for 15% off merchandise, products, and subscriptions. Get all of it. I recommend the subscription. Awesome flavors. So check out their website, recess.com. Yes?
Yep, and we'll talk to everybody on Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday it is.